Hello. Okay, I'm going to kind of do a portfolio review, or not really review. I'm just going to go through some of my art pieces that I've done over the years and talk about them. I warn you that it's very unorganized and it's not in any order whatsoever, which is not how I want it. But with everything that's going on with life right now, I wanted to do this now instead of later and get it actually done. So we are going to just go with how it is. Also, you'll see a lot of different styles that I've played around with and different things. I mean, this is spanning over probably about 10 years or more of art that I've done, and it's not that many pieces. I haven't gotten that many in here, but yeah, I'm still trying to figure out my own style, what I like, what I don't like, and what works for me. But all I know is that art, seeing my art and other people's art makes me happy, and doing my art makes helps calm me down, helps me to focus and feel peaceful when I'm creating these pieces of art. So I would like to just share that anyway, and hopefully someday I'll be able to create art that others can enjoy as much as I do. So let's start with this one, because I chose this one because it's actually a self-portrait that I did, let's see, it was about 7 years ago. And yeah, this was just a little while after I started doing, I had taken a figure drawing class, which I absolutely love, and I would definitely take another class of figure drawing. And so I guess I was practicing with that. I also think I did faceless because I was lazy and never seemed to get the expression that I want, so the faces always would ruin the look. But then faceless became kind of like a style, so you see that a lot. And you see it a lot in my artwork. Sometimes it's what people requested with commissions, and sometimes it's just me. But this wasn't my first faceless piece of work anyway. This was I really like doing the details. Like, this is a t-shirt that I have that yeah, that reminds me of my husband, because I got it back when we had first met, and it says fearless on it. And I love wearing jeans. So that's this. Let's go. We're just going to go to the next one. Okay, this is just a sketch of a mermaid witch, and that never actually got finished. But yeah, I like drawing mermaids, and especially since I live on an island now. It's really different from the deserts in Utah, but the ocean has been a muse for me for a while now. Okay, so this one is, I did this one when I was pregnant. Obviously, and like I said, being on an island. Yeah, so another self-portrait. I think when I draw things like this, pregnancy changes so much. Your body changes so much. Oops, did not want to do that, sorry. And wow, I do not know how to use this. Let's go back. Okay, sorry. Everything is changing and it can be difficult. But when I draw things like this, it helps me see myself in a different way and be more appreciative. That's what when I illustrate my life, I feel better about my life. I've heard that people that write about their lives or like keep journals actually are more positive about their life because they feel more in control. I don't know. I heard that once. But it seems to be true with me with doing art. The more I do art, and I even mainly art journaling like this, I don't know, I see things differently as I'm going throughout the day. But yeah, that's this. This wasn't an actual, like I wasn't sitting there doing this. And yeah, it's not like I was actually there. But yes, spent a lot of time on the beach. Again, this one, tropical, pregnant. This one was fun. I was just playing with, I really love the leaves and trees and plants, flora, I guess, of Thailand. And it's really been something that influences my art a lot because we go on hikes, me and my husband and stuff will go on hikes and look at all of the beautiful plants and animals and things that we see, and it's just so fun to learn their names and see how they work. There's just so many amazing things when you look closely. So yeah, there's a lot of this goes into my art as well. This is another art journal. This is my husband. He sells high-end amplifiers, like vintage speakers and amplifiers. He's a little bit of an audiophile. So this was at our old apartment, one room with a little kitchen. It was kind of studio apartment, but the kitchen was actually separated by a little sliding door, but it was just so small. This room was probably like 12 feet by 12 feet, about that size, maybe a little bit bigger, but it was probably about that big. It was small, and at one point, this was when I was pregnant, we had my sister-in-law, Bu's sister, my husband's sister, was living with us in this room with a little hallway with a kitchen and a bathroom. And that was difficult. I was pregnant and I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but we did it. And it was fine. And that's actually where my son was born. He was at the hospital, but we were living here when he was born, and it was quite small. And many things were difficult about having a newborn baby in a one-room apartment, but I think lots of people know how that feels. I think that's how lots of people do it, especially here in Thailand. So yeah, you can see we had stacks and stacks of amplifiers and speakers and everything, and on our little balcony that we had, it was just boxes from all of the stuff. There was no storage whatsoever. Here's like our suitcases. There was a little closet that had our laundry in it and our clothes that we all shared. It was this little teeny closet here. Anyway, fun stuff. Let's move on. Okay, here we are in the same house, and Busen, my son, has come along, and this is what I felt like I did all day, is rocking him in this little hammock swing. It is the only way to get him to go to sleep. I had to sit there and rock it, and I had to hold on to the top of it here, and so that it wouldn't flip over, because it was really lightweight, much lighter than he was. So anyway, I spent forever doing that, and you can see I have a nursing pillow here. Anyway, I really like this piece because it's just seriously what I did all the time. And yeah, I just love the details. I love doing pieces like this where it's so detailed, where I have, these are my clothes, this is the curtains that were there, our bed, everything is just, that's how it was. And that's fun. I really like it. Um, yeah. Mermaid. Um, this mermaid, I think I have a video of it. Let me see. It doesn't show it now. I use glitter hearts because I love glitter, and I was playing around with adding more stuff that I love into my art. Also, I was playing around with this style of I don't even know what the style is, but where you have lots of detail, lots of lines. Yeah. And in most, pretty sure all of the ones that I showed you so far have all been very heavy on lines, the outlines, and that's something that I love. I'm not so much for, I just have always been drawn to the lines, and so I'm always doing heavy lines, like outlines of everything. I just like it. I don't know. I like the crispness of it. Alright, let's see if I can zoom into this one. So this one is another art journal. That's my husband, and that's me. This is right after our son was born, and I couldn't, it's not this date. This wasn't the date that this happened, but anyway. I had a C-section, and they told me to keep my scar, or not scar yet, but everything dry. So I had been without a shower for so long, and so I finally asked my husband to come and help me to wash my hair, at least. And that was so nice, and he's such a wonderful man. So there's our baby boy, and this was just a fun sketch I did after we went swimming at the ocean, in the ocean. We are here in Phuket all throughout COVID, and it has been so awesome. I can't think of a better place to be stuck during COVID, because it has been really difficult for everybody in Phuket who had jobs in the tourist business, obviously, because everybody left, and so many of our friends even had to lost their jobs, lost everything, because all of the economy here is based on tourism. And so it was really like lots of people had to, it was like zombie town. Like it was empty streets, no traffic. 7-Elevens, which never closed, were closing everywhere. And empty beaches. We were lucky that we were working for the schools, and so even though things shut down, we were still being paid, and that is incredible. Like, it was wonderful for us, but terrible for everybody. Obviously, COVID, it stopped us. We were planning to go to America, back where I'm from, to have our baby, and that got all flipped around and we got stuck here. But it's been good. So we got to enjoy all these empty beaches, and now I'm realizing, as the tourists are coming back, which is awesome, and people, like, things are opening up again, I'm realizing that's probably not ever going to happen again. To see the beaches that empty in Phuket. We would go to the beach and there literally would be nobody else, like, on the beach. So it was really incredible to experience that. Let's go. Okay, here is Palm Tip Cape. I did this one right after we had moved to Phuket, and it's one of our favorite places to go. It doesn't look exactly like this, obviously, but we like to go. This is where everybody goes to watch the sunset on New Year's Eve. And it's really fun, but we always hike down to the very bottom here, and we sit here, and it's got a really nice breeze, and it's fun. Let's see. Other than that, I was messing around a lot with calligraphy, wanting to write things with my art. Coconut, I wasn't very creative with what to write. As you can see, this is a coconut, but we love coconuts. The coconuts in Phuket are so sweet. The fresh coconuts that you get, so sweet, so good, delicious, and we have them all the time. This is my husband's dogs. I did this after this little doggy and this little doggy passed away very close to the same time. And this is Elsa, Scott, and Pipo. And I was living with my in-laws that weren't actually my in-laws yet. This was when me and my husband were dating. And I would always walk down this road in these woods with the dogs following me, and yes, we miss them. This is, and again, just, I had this concept in my head that I really wanted to do this painting, and so this was more me just throwing it down on the paper before I forgot it, like, and hopefully that someday I can do something a little more, I don't know, more. I also work obviously with watercolor. Most of the time it's watercolor. I don't use, even if I do acrylic, it's always like watered down to be watercolor pretty much. I do have a couple acrylic pieces we'll go into. All right, let's move through this. Okay, this is a commission I did that I absolutely loved. It's gorgeous. Like you can see, I love the lines, love the detail, and yeah, I just had really beautiful pictures to work from for these guys. So, yes, loved this. Loved working. I did quite a few. These are their kids, and I just had a lot of fun doing the commissions for this family. This is my soda mermaid. Not much to comment on this. It's just a fun idea. Funner idea than it was actually putting it on the page. I wish I could do something better. I probably will redo something like this again in the future. But this is actually the green Fanta, which we don't have in America. I think lots of other countries have it. So if you have it in your country, that's awesome. You're so blessed. Because green Fanta, which is kind of like a melon flavor, is so good. And I don't know why we don't have it in America. So good. If we can petition to have it, we should. This is another mermaid. Like I said, mermaids have been kind of my thing for the past 2 or 3 years. This was fun. I don't know what this is called, but where I colored on a piece of paper, just colors for the colored pencils, and I drew this mermaid, just the outline with pen, and then I laid the colored paper on top of it and created the colored designs here, the lines, with just the colored pencil. I don't know if that made sense. It was fun, and yeah, I love how it turned out. Kind of like tie-dye. This was journaling, but we're all cats. So this is my dad and my mom and me and my husband. We had this photo of us on this Thai boat when we went to Grappi, which is far, far south, kind of close to where we are in Phuket. And yeah, we were touring islands and going snorkeling. And I wanted to do a cats. So here we are as cats. This is obviously fan art. This is my sister. She really likes Naruto. We all like Naruto. But yeah, I just wanted to do one of her with Naruto. So this was fun to just kind of come up with and do on a whim. Another one of me and my siblings. There's me, my sister that was in the previous picture, my older sister, and my little brother, who, this is how he felt about taking the picture. Yeah. That's when we all took a trip to the Grand Canyon, which is the first time I had ever been to the Grand Canyon, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, so this is a picture that I did years ago. I don't even remember what year it was. I guess this says it was 2013, which it probably was maybe earlier than that. I think it was more like 2010. And I think these are the pictures that I realized how much I loved the lines and the simplicity of it. Again, no faces. I really, something clicked with my art when I did this picture. And let's see, no, it doesn't have the other ones right here. I'll show you. There's other ones though, but this one especially, this is the first one of like 5. I only have 3 in this album, but of just the black and white, but the lines are so heavy, where I did a heavy outline of the person just on the outside. I don't know, I really, really loved it. And I think that's where my art, something clicked, and that kind of stuck through the years. So I guess what I'm saying is this was a turning point. So this is what it looks like. This is a how-to poster illustration. I did this for a friend who works in Cambodia to put public restrooms around, and so these are the restrooms. So this was how to use the water that was supplied, to wash your hands, which is such a cool thing, where you step down on this stick which pulls the water down and the water starts coming out, and you have your soap bar hanging here so you can use the soap to wash your hands. You can also, brush your teeth. And anyway, so this is awesome, an awesome project that my friend is working on, and I got to do this to help out. So here is another one this is, I think, the second one I did in the series, starting with this one. And then I have this one, which super, super love. This one is kind of a self-portrait, as I had a shirt that was very similar to this. And again, I just love wearing jeans. I really like this style. Super love it. So, I don't have too much more to say about it. But yeah, this, I'm trying to think if this was after I took the class or not. Anyway, doesn't matter. So dragons are another thing that you will see all the time in my art. Love dragons. So yeah, here they are. I think my love of dragons started with reading Aragon, and that's actually the book that got me started to read. I hated reading before that, so yeah, that was good. That and Artemis Fowl. Artemis Fowl also got me reading. But love, love, love dragons. They're so fun. So they're kind of one of the themes of my life. Here's the third one that I have of that same thing. Same style. Pen and ink. Love it. Yeah. And I haven't stopped to think about what this picture means or what it meant. I think during that time I was feeling confused. But yeah, I'm not sure. I should explore that or try and remember some more. This one was fun. So I did a sketch of this before I did any of the painting. A very, very small, I had like a little, it was like a receipt on the back of a receipt, and I drew this concept and I loved it, and I wanted to do it bigger. So I started doing it bigger on this paper. Is only probably 6x4, 4x6 paper, and I actually started doing one on like a probably 11 by 8 or 10, anyway, a much larger one, but it was too intimidating, so then I drew it on this smaller one and I painted it. Don't really like how the painting turned out. It's much brighter than I had imagined it. The expressions on the face are much happier. I was going for more of a moody. This is nice. I think it turned out nicely and I like it. But yeah, I still want to come back to this and do it again, but go with my more original concept, which was much more cold, moody, and darker. But I like how this one turned out. Here we have something much more recent. So that's me and my husband. I started doing these commissions where I do these little chibi cartoon drawings of couples, and they're really fun. And I really like how I use generic poses, but I really love how, even though everybody might have the same pose, like they don't, they can choose between like 14 different poses, but they are so unique because of the details that you put in, the clothes that they're wearing, their hairstyles, their hair color, these items that you put in, like the speakers for my husband. Like, it just makes it so personal to these people, and it's so much fun to create those. And I still am doing commissions for these, if anyone's interested. So just let me know, message me, and you can get them because they're so fun, so cute. I do these really small, so they're only like on a 4x4 paper. And I also realized when I started doing this, I like working small. I don't like doing the big pages, and I think that has kept me back from doing a lot of art. Is I get this huge like paper and feel like I have to fill the whole thing. So now, but since I cut down, a lot of all my journaling papers and the art that I've shown you previously has been done on just like a 4x4 square. And that's completely, like, I can deal with that. And I like doing the small because I get bored of stuff that's too big and is intimidating to me. So there's that. I need to get over that. That's probably not the greatest, but anyway, that's something I'll need to work through. But I really do like the small. Here are some jars that I did for Halloween about 3 years ago. Really thought they were adorable, and I love them. They still make me feel a little bit nauseous because I was having morning sickness through that whole Halloween, and it's taken me this long to finally feel a little bit okay at Halloween. I just, during that time, it was terrible morning sickness. So, but I really thought these were super cute. You don't get to view the witch from the back, but on the back there's like, you can see the rest of her hair and like a spider and a little cat peeping up. So cute. Love doing these jar art, and we get drinks that are in glasses like this all the time. So it was easy to find and just a really fun project to do. On this spooky one, I use glow in the dark. For all the white is glow in the dark, and it's fun too. Anyway, all of it was really fun. Loved doing that. Probably do that again in the future. This one, another 4x4 journaling one. This is me and my son, and empty beaches again. Empty beaches, and I was nursing on the beach, and it was very peaceful and just wonderful moment that I wanted to capture, and so I came home and I did this. I'm not sure I really like how the waves here look, and I wish I could do better. And so this was kind of experimenting with trying to get light coming through the waves. Doing watercolor, showing light or anything that's glowing has been really difficult for me with watercolor, is being able to show that. So this was me kind of trying to practice with that. I don't think it went too well, but I think it's okay, and I like where this ended up. Me and my frizzy hair. Again, this is another one of me and my husband. Yeah, just another one of those poses. I was drawing a few of them to give examples to people. I think it's really cute. I love it. Looks like us, so yeah. This is a sketch I did in my journal. So you can see the lines through it, and I know you're never supposed to sketch or draw or doodle or anything in your journal, but how can you stop and how can you not? My illustration teacher and all of my art teachers have always been like, do it on a good piece of paper because you don't know when it's going to turn out really good. But how can you stop and not do it on anything that you're writing on anyway? So yes, this is another dragon or sea serpent, I don't know. I really, really loved the colors and how this just came out of me. It was really fun. I did this at work while I was in the office, just sitting around. And obviously I did it all with a pen, no pencil, and a blue pen. So again, probably not the best thing to be doodling with, but you know, you give an artist paper, and any writing instrument, and this is what you get. No, but you can't stop. So yes, it's good to have things in front of you, like nice paper, nice writing utensils, or art utensils that you can create these things without these lines and grid through them. But you know, I really like it. This page is really fun to come to when you're going through my journal. This was like my actual writing journal, not an art journal. So I think it's fun. Yeah, the colors are awesome. I did it with colored pencils. All of it is colored pencils. And so fun. Colored pencils, I've learned, are actually, I haven't played with them very much, but I do more now. Mermaids. So this is part of a bunch of different Halloween ones that I was playing with. This is my little boy as a little zombie, I guess. I just wanted to do a bunch of Halloween mermaids, and so this is one. I thought, hey, why do they have to be mermaids? Like, we need a little merman, little mer boy. So here's him with his little pumpkin, his little sand pumpkin. Yeah, I thought it was just fun and cute. I think that the glowing element was much better in this than in other artworks I've done. Again, I was just practicing, but I liked how it turned out. Yeah, it was cute. This one is me and my husband. This is me feeling self-conscious and just sick of my hair, which is very curly and very frizzy, especially in the humidity in Thailand. It is just huge, and I just felt like I can't do anything with it, and it's so annoying. And so this was kind of me expressing those feelings in my art, which brings me back to what I talked about before, is that doing the art helps me see things differently, see myself differently, see the world differently, and much more positive. Whenever I put it out in art, is always more positive than what is going on in my head. Anyway, I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah, this is just a cute, like, yep, this is me. I have a lot of hair and it's crazy, but my husband loves me, so it's okay. Yeah. So let's go to the next one, another doodle, and this is up close. Again, this is a doodle in my notebook, so too bad for these lines, but oh well. Yeah. My husband plays guitar and I absolutely love it when he does, and he sings. Audiophile, and my little, yeah, so it's fun. So that's what this is. This is another commission that I did for that same family. This was, I think, the first commission that I did for them. I really, really like how this dog turned out. It took forever doing each of these little spots, but I really love how this one came out. So fun. She was really pleased with it. Oh yeah, the dog and this sweater. So much detail. I usually just use one paintbrush, and I'm pretty sure this one I might have used two. But I always pretty much stick with one paintbrush for the entire art piece, which is, I don't know if that's how everybody does it. It would probably be smart to use bigger paintbrushes for like the larger sections and smaller ones for the more detailed. I don't know, but I always end up just using one because that's what I'm comfortable with. I guess I need to really move out of my comfort zones, but loved how this turned out. So cute family. This is one that I did for my cousin. This was, I think, the first time, I mean, not the very first time I did a building like this, but for commission, it is the first time I did a building like this, and I love how this came out, this temple. Beautiful, and I think their pictures she gave me were gorgeous to work from, and I think it turned out really cute, really beautiful. And seeing it in the frame and hung up, so fun. This, there you go, dragons, is a really fun one. This is actually really small. And I just actually wanted to practice doing a galaxy picture. So I was like, well, I need some subject to practice doing this galaxy stuff. And so that's the sketch I did. It's a dragon and a swan. And I love how this turned out. I actually had it printed on a t-shirt. And yeah, love it. Love it. Okay. I wish that it was a little bigger, and this actually was cut also. The paper wasn't big enough for the wing, and that makes me kind of sad that it wasn't complete. But, you know, that's what you get for working on small things and not preparing for something that you actually like. Because I was just trying to practice the galaxy stuff, which I think turned out okay. I've seen better. This is a mural I did in a kid's corner. Really love how this turned out. Yep, dragons. Love the colors and everything. It's just really fun. This is an actual castle. I think this castle might be in Wales, but it might be in England. And I should know the name, but I actually just did it from a picture that my husband sent me when he was there. So I haven't been, but I think it turned out really fun. This is the other dragon in the same mural. I think you'll see red and yellow. Yellow dragons seem to be a thing with me, huh? There they are together. It was fun. I wasn't doing this by myself. These two I did by myself, but the murals that we worked on, I worked with my mom and my younger sister. This is ancient. This, I think, was, yes, back in 2011 or 10. It was a long time ago. Very anime-y. I did it with colored pencil, and yeah, I think I just started drawing and this is what came out. I don't think it wasn't with a story or anything. So I don't know why this little dog man is crying. It's sad. But hopefully he'll feel better and go eat some food at these restaurants or something. Yeah, but I think this is pretty nice. I like the perspective. Did pretty good, I think, for when I did it. Yeah, I don't have too much to say about it. Oh, it looks like, I think this is the date, and I can't read it. That might be a 10. I think it says 8/10/10 maybe. Anyway, yep, that was a long time ago. This was in 2014. I did this during my first trip to Thailand as a missionary, and I was just doodling, and I think I really like this. It's fun. I'm not sure if I have a picture where the full top is on the umbrella. I think the umbrella has a full top. I'm not actually sure because I haven't seen the real art piece for a long time. I've just seen pictures that I took of it, so I'm not sure I actually have this one anymore. I wish I did because I would like this on a t-shirt or something, or do a sticker of it, because I think it's really fun. I really like the face. I think I was practicing to push myself to do more faces, and I really like how this one turned out. This one, yay, faces, again, pushing myself. This is me and my husband. Again, and love this style, love the line work. This one I actually have on a t-shirt, and I'm wearing that t-shirt right now, so that's fun. I get my t-shirts printed at Sticker Mule. This is the first time I printed 2 t-shirts with my art on them, 3 t-shirts, just because I've always wanted to do that and I never have. So they had a deal of a $9 t-shirt, and I took them up on that. So I printed some. I think they were testing, because then they said after I had ordered that they upgraded it and we're doing $9 t-shirts again. So, and I've noticed with these t-shirts, the color and the paint comes off. They're kind of sticky, and I've only had them for probably 3 months, and there's already like holes through the print to the t-shirt. But the t-shirts are great quality, very comfortable. Anyway, enough of that advertising. Back to this. This was our Halloween. We went out. This was when we were dating, and yeah, we went out for Halloween to like a street market, and he was a pirate. I guess I was a cat. And yeah, we just had a lot of fun. I painted his nails. That was fun. I painted this tattoo on his arm. I think it was of a dragon. Always. And yeah, I really loved these orange pants that I had. So fun. So I colored us with colored pencils, and then the background is acrylic, I think. And the background, I just wanted something in the background, so I think I did that later, and I'm not sure I really like it, but it's kind of fun on the t-shirt because it's so bright, and I actually have some leggings that are this color with the blue and the purple and orange, and so they look great. Anyway, this I did a long time ago. I think when I was studying in school, I guess it says 2016, and doing a lot more with charcoal. So I did this with charcoal, and I really like how it turned out. The picture's not very good. It's kind of blurry and very noisy, but I just really like the depth. What I like working about charcoal is it's kind of like sculpting backwards because you do like these dark spots, and then you can like bring stuff out when you use the white charcoal, and it just puts so much depth in it. Anyway, it's so much fun. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, I need to do probably more with charcoal and stuff. Mini portraits. That's me and my husband, and I just really liked. I think this was another time that I realized teeny is so for me. Doing mini stuff, I really enjoy it because it takes 2 seconds and gives me something that I like. So yeah, but you don't get as much detail when you're working so small. But this was super small. Anyway, it was fun. This was very detailed and was very big. I mean, I think it was actually only 8 by 10, probably. But I think that's big. And it was a lot of work, but it was really fun. It's kind of an idea that I had mermaids, and I really like them. I was going with Alphonse Mucha, is one of my favorite illustrators, and so that's kind of where this is coming from. And I think the reason I like him is because of the line work. If you go and look at his stuff, it's very heavy with lines, and he also works a lot with watercolor. So that's kind of where I wanted to do a piece that was kind of mirroring his style. So that was what this is, kind of trying to go to like the golden age of illustration. So I thought it was fun. I'm more proud. There's many things that I would like to change about this. But I am proud with how the details that I was able to get, and that I actually finished this piece because it was so detailed. and time consuming. So I'm really happy that I got it done and I actually did it. And I like it. There's a lot of things I would change or wish were different or better, but I like where it is now. This is one where I worked with acrylic because that's what we had, and it's actually quite a large wooden board that I did this on with this sea dragon and a mermaid. So maybe there is this theme coming on here. Maybe it's not as disorganized as I thought. Yeah, it's just fun, a practice working with this medium, and I think it went well. I think it's difficult for me going from line, just working with heavy line work and like kind of more coloring in the lines, to working where there aren't lines to go off of, and I need to create her body without using lines. I think that's where this is the weakest point of this illustration, in my opinion, and I think it's because of that, having to not rely on lines to create the body, but relying on shadows and the colors, and yeah, that was difficult. And so hopefully I would work on that more. This is something that's not my art, but it's kind of hilarious. This is Taylor Swift, and this was in my brother's room, and so I made my whole family take pictures, copy this picture, and then I hung it up on his wall and waited for him to come see it when he got home. It was hilarious. He was quite surprised, to say the least. This I did for a plein air competition in my hometown. It was summer and it was super peaceful, just sitting out in the field painting. This is my mom, so I painted her. She was painting this field, I was painting her for the same competition, and we had a lot of fun. It was very hot, and I just didn't want anything to be too serious, so I did kind of this fish eye circle, and I really like how it turned out. It's very fun, whimsical. This one is for the same competition I did of my grandparents' house. Heavy on the lines. I really, really like how this one turned out because it's just their house, and there's so many memories there. So here's that without the frame. With this one, I would actually like to do this for people because there are so many like memories and things in houses, and it's really fun to see that in art. I would actually like to start doing commissions of buildings or people's homes, and I know that people do that. So yeah, if you'd be interested in that, let me know. This is in class. I was drawing for my students. I teach English, and I drew this on the board and I liked it, and so I went home and I did this because I had gone snorkeling and saw this little puffer fish, and so I wanted to draw it. And so I took this. I think I was teaching the students about snorkeling, and yeah, I decided to come home and draw that, and so that was a lot of fun. And I think it turned out good. This, I didn't use lines very much. Here there are lines. And these white lines, I just actually only used the watercolor. I think I did I don't think I did a sketch. I might have done a sketch of me a little bit, but none of this stuff had a sketch on it. And so that was a little fun and kind of pushed me to work without the lines. But I think it turned out really fun. Here's that picture again. This is in my journal. So, yep. have adventure, love, and study. That was when me and my husband were doing long distance, and so it was always on the phone. And every morning and every night, because of the time zone differences, that's when we could talk, and that's we did every day. So I really just thought this was really fun art journaling with just a pen, and I wish that I could do more. This one I drew during a time of depression, and realizing that the feelings I was feeling were like the wind, where you can feel the wind on your body, but it's not who you, like, it doesn't change you. The wind doesn't change you. So these feelings of depression and stuff, I am not those feelings. Those feelings are like the wind, that I am feeling them, but I am not them. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what this illustration was going to show, is that those feelings that were crippling was not me. It was just something I was experiencing, just the way that you experience the wind or rain, that you can feel. Anyway, but it's not you. This is me nursing and feeling completely overwhelmed as a mother. These are people's voices and me not knowing what to do, and so many different opinions from my mom, my mother-in-law, my husband, my cousins, and online, which all of them are wonderful, and like I need their opinions and I need ideas and their support and everything, but at the same time it was like everybody's saying something different. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing, and it's just very overwhelming, which I wouldn't ask them not to share with me, but it's just like difficult. It's hard. And so this was an illustration of that. Me just like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I am losing my voice, and you're probably happy about it. Okay, so here there is an adorable little mermaid that I did. I absolutely love this one. It's so happy, and I just think it's gorgeous. So fun. Working with the colors, the yellows and blues. Yep. And we're back to this one. Yay, we've done it. So that is my portfolio for right now that I wanted to share. So I will see you again next time. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this. Bye-bye.